In travel news for October 16th, 2024, we talk about Prague cracking down on rowdy tourists by banning bar crawls between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. and tightening Airbnb regulations to reduce noise and overcrowding in its historic Old Town. But before we begin, I'm Brandon with the Adept Traveler, an award-winning travel agency that makes travel so easy. Even a blind traveler like myself can do it. And now, today on travel. In an effort to address the growing concerns of local residents and protect the integrity of its historic districts, Prague has announced a series of measures aimed at curbing disruptive tourist behavior. The Czech capital is taking steps to reduce nighttime disturbances, control the spread of short-term holiday rentals, and preserve the city's housing market, which has been impacted by the influx of tourists. These new policies targeting bar crawls and Airbnb-style accommodations reflect the city's determination to improve quality of life for residents and offer a more balanced tourism experience. Prague is known for its vibrant nightlife, drawing in tourists from all over the world. However, this reputation has led to issues with rowdy behavior, particularly in the city's historic Old Town. In response, local officials have implemented a ban on organized bar crawls between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. This new rule is designed to limit the noise and disturbances caused by large groups of tourists moving from bar to bar late at night. The goal is to restore peace in the city's central districts and improve the living conditions for both residents and visitors. The ban is likely to impact the businesses that cater to party tourism, including operators that have promoted Prague as one of Europe's top destinations for pub crawls. For travelers, this change means that late-night party tours will no longer be available, pushing visitors to seek out more responsible ways to enjoy the city's nightlife. In addition to controlling late-night disturbances, Prague is tackling the issue of short-term rentals, which have contributed to housing shortages and inflated real estate prices in the city center. Following the example of cities such as London, England, Amsterdam, Netherlands, and Paris, France, the Czech government has introduced a draft bill that would allow municipalities to limit Airbnb-style rentals. The aim is to reduce the number of properties being used exclusively for tourism, freeing up more housing for local residents. If approved, the new regulation will cap the number of days a property can be rented out each year and establish minimum space requirements per guest. Property owners will also be required to register their rentals and guest details through a new platform called e-Turista, ensuring greater oversight and accountability. These measures are designed to bring short-term rentals in line with the obligations of traditional hotels, including stricter taxation and regulatory standards. Currently, officials estimate that a significant portion of short-term rentals in Prague are not properly reported, resulting in millions of tax dollars lost. The new system, expected to take effect by July 2025, would provide a more transparent process for regulating tourist accommodations and ensuring that property owners contribute to the local economy. Prague's efforts to control tourism don't stop at bar crawls and ban of private rentals. Earlier this year, city officials proposed banning outlandish costumes worn by stag and hen party groups, which are often seen as contributing to the disruptive and rowdy behavior in the city's popular nightlife districts. While the proposed costume ban has not yet been approved, it highlights the growing concern among locals about the negative impact of party tourism on the city's reputation and quality of life. Additionally, a ban on cars entering parts of Prague's historic Old Town between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. was implemented in July of 2023. This move aims to further reduce noise and traffic in the area, making it easier for residents and travelers to enjoy the city without the disruption of loud vehicles during the night. For visitors planning a trip to Prague, these new measures will likely affect how they experience the city, particularly its nightlife and accommodation options. Travelers who had intended to participate in pub crawls will need to explore alternative alternative ways to enjoy the city's bars and clubs, as organized tours will no longer be allowed after 10 p.m. Those looking for short-term rental accommodations should be aware of potential restrictions on availability and length of stay, particularly as the regulation comes into effect in 2025. Despite these changes, Prague remains a top destination for those interested in culture, history, and a more relaxed travel experience. The city's effort to manage tourist behavior are intended to strike a balance between welcoming visitors and preserving the quality of life for its residents. Tourists should plan accordingly and be mindful of the new rules to ensure a smooth and enjoyable visit. Prague's decision to implement a bar crawl ban and tighten regulations on Airbnb-style rentals reflects a broader trend amongst European cities grappling with the challenges of tourism. By addressing issues related to noise, overcrowding, and housing shortages, Prague is taking steps to ensure that its tourism industry remains sustainable and beneficial for both locals and visitors. While these changes may impact how tourists experience the city, they are ultimately designed to create a more balanced and enjoyable environment for everyone. Travelers should keep these developments in mind when planning their trips to Prague, especially if visiting the city's historic areas during peak travel seasons. Today in Travel is brought to you by The Adept Traveler, an award-winning travel agency that specializes in making travel easier for everyone. From the novice to the expert, from the able-bodied to the disabled traveler, it's our belief that everybody deserves to travel better. Until next time, travel well, my friends.